the money, take the money, make the money.
The full implementation of the E-Levy from July will result in 3 crucial changes, and change number 2, the bad. Yeah, just bad, because the full implementation may see your daily E-Levy charges increase if, and I mean if, you own and operate multiple electronic accounts issued by different entities in your daily transactions. Some of the reactions by Ghanaians on social media when the dreaded 1.5% E-Levy law came into force on the 1st of May. Unsurprising to many, it was apparently fraught with anomalies, prominent among them being wrongful charging. And this, the implementing agency, the Ghana Revenue Authority, that's the GRA, attributed to what it termed the modified or phased implementation, in which the charging entities had to be charging from their respective systems instead of a common and integrated platform, because according to the authority, that's the charging entities, were not ready for the full-scale implementation as at May 1. The GRA, however, went on to assure the affected public of getting the issues rectified for the monies to be refunded to them, and that, one could largely say, has been happening since early May, with the GRA also promising a much seamless process once the full-scale implementation starts on the 1st of July. Now, this rollout will see all the charging entities operate from that common platform referred to as the E-Levy Management and Assurance System, ELMAS. So, fast forward to July now, and the big question is, what difference would this common platform make, and for that matter, what cost implications for the ordinary Ghanaian? Answers right here on the maiden edition of Cash Alert.
Take the money, make the money.
Now, the full implementation of the E-Levy from July will result in 3 crucial changes, and call it the good, the bad, and the ugly changes for the ordinary Ghanaian. How exactly? Okay, so change number 1, the good. You see, the good news about the full implementation is apparently the expected end to the wrongful deductions made on the electronic accounts owned by the same person. For instance, imagine being deducted of the 1.5% levy after transferring an amount above the 100 cedi daily threshold from your bank account onto your own mobile money or Momo wallet, or the vice versa. Absolutely unacceptable, right? No doubt, as even clearly spelled out in the law. But the good news is, this is now expected to be a thing of the past with the operationalization of the common platform among the charging entities. How so? Well, until now, remember, the charging entities were playing their role independently with their respective systems. That's no communication whatsoever among their systems to identify the electronic accounts in question as belonging to that same one person. But with the universal platform now operational, identifying the different electronic accounts as belonging to the same individual just got easier. More so with the adoption of the Ghana card as the universal identity card by all the charging entities, including the commercial banks and the telecom network operators, among others, right? So transactions between any two of one's electronic accounts, that's your electronic accounts, be it a mobile wallet and say bank account, will therefore no longer attract the E-Levy, irrespective of the amount involved. And this is simply because the system will invariably identify it as the same person owning both accounts, and so effectively no business transaction here to warrant any E-Levy charges. It therefore stands to reason that the ordinary Ghanaian can now heave a sigh of relief, as there would no longer be undue deductions of E-Levy in transfers involving electronic accounts confirmed to belong to you, the same person. Now, so obviously, like I said, it involves, your own bank account, mobile wallets, and all that. Once you've confirmed and registered all of them with a Ghana card, the common platform can identify it to belong to you. So if you transfer monies among all these, there would be no deduction whatsoever. That's the good news, and this takes us straight to change number 2. The bad. Yeah, just bad. Because the full implementation may see your daily E-Levy charges increase. If you own and operate multiple electronic accounts issued by different entities in your daily transactions. For instance, if you use in a daily transaction your MTN mobile money, that's Momo wallet, Vodafone cash wallet, and or a bank account, you should now expect to incur higher charges than you did before. Why and how so? Well, that's also simply because until now, again, remember the charging entities in this particular instance being MTN, Vodafone, and the bank in question were charging independently on their systems. That is no communication whatsoever among them. And so they just couldn't identify the electronic accounts as belonging to the same person. And so if the owner, for instance, used all 3 electronic accounts for, transfers in a day, he or she stood to enjoy 3 times, because we are talking of MTN wallet, Vodafone cash wallet, and a bank account. So he or she stood to enjoy 3 times the 100 cedi daily threshold, which is the daily maximum amount which is E-Levy exempt, making the daily total exemption 300 cedis instead of just 100 cedis as stipulated in the law. Now, this is what you might have heard being referred to as the multiple exemptions many account holders enjoyed in the first phase of the implementation. But with a common platform now operational, these multiple exemptions cease to exist, as the harmonized system would now easily identify and link all these different electronic accounts to one and the same owner. Okay, so if you use such multiple electronic accounts in your daily transactions, sorry to say then that unlike before, you are now entitled to just the original cumulative 100 cedi exemption just once in a day, and you have no option but probably to brace yourself for that extra charges after exhausting this. Unfortunately, it is what it is, as they say, because also coming to an end now is the E-Levy exemption some account holders enjoyed, in their off-net transactions in the first phase. And this is also obviously because the common platform will invariably harmonize the relevant processes, and so there wouldn't be these challenges. And finally, change number 3, the ugly. Which is patrons of online goods and services may be charged the E-Levy when making payments. And this, I must say, is conditional. Now, what do I mean? Customers who make online payments for goods and or services would pay the E-Levy if and only if the online business in question is not registered with the GRA for income tax and VAT purposes. In other words, the transaction to the merchant wallet would not attract the E-Levy only when that online business is registered with the authority. If not, you would have to bear the cost as a customer. And again, I know you are asking why and how so. Well, again, it's just by virtue of the full-scale implementation of the levy, which will see all such online transactions first verified by that common platform, where if the online entity is registered with the GRA, no E-Levy is applicable. But if it's verified as not registered, then the E-Levy fully applies. Now, this is according to the GRA, but you see, for me, it apparently only calls this full-scale implementation of the E-Levy into question, if you ask me. And the question here is, why should the customer bear the brunt of GRA's quest to get these online businesses honor their tax obligations? It really doesn't sit well, but perhaps a question for the gods, at least, for now. Yeah, anyway, just before we draw the curtain on this maiden episode of Cash Alert, a very important bonus fact, which is, this E-Levy vis-a-vis online payment came to light when the GRA started its drive to get all entities owning merchant wallets, which obviously includes the Momo agents or vendors. Okay. However, unlike the online businesses, Momo agents, according to the GRA, would in no way be affected by the E-Levy, as this whole registration directive has no direct bearing on their operations. Okay, so there you have it. Just no need for the seeming panic over possible E-Levy charges by the agents due to this GRA directive, as reported in sections of the media already.